Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we are going to be looking at the top 5 best snipers in Call of Duty Mobile. This includes every single Call of Duty Mobile sniper, because there's at least 5 that I know of, and I have a skin for each one of them, so don't get confused. The only skin I do not have for one is the Outlaw, and that's because I have not bought this season's Battle Pass, because personally I didn't like it, but obviously, everybody else thought they'd buy it, so I haven't. But so these are the things we have. We have the XPR50. This is a sniper. I don't know if I have the original version, but I know I have a skin. You also have the DLQ 33. It's a decent sniper as well. You also have the Locust, the M21 EBR, and the Outlaw. These are, I believe, the 5 snipers that we have in the game at the moment. The Outlaw, as you can see, with some decent damage, decent accuracy. This is more of a quick scoping sniper. You guys will see this in a minute. And obviously the Magma Cube is also a bit more damage and stuff, but there's reasons why I don't enjoy using this sniper. You guys will find out in a bit. You also have the Locust. Well, there's another M21 example. You have the XPR, the Locust, another M21, DLQs. I also had the original, the Arctic. I haven't actually added the Arctic to this, but there will be the Arctic involved. Do not worry, I will put that in the thing as well. I might actually use that because that's just a nice sniper. XPRs, more Arctics, probably more Arctics. Yeah, more Arctics. M21. The DLQ, the Locust, and I'm still grinding, but we will have all of this soon enough. But they all have the same perks, as you can see if we just scroll through. Arctic will have the same perks as well. Do not worry, I'm going to show you gameplay of all 6 snipers, including the Arctic, and I'll tell you guys what my rating is afterwards. We'll see you guys in the clips.
Yo, I ain't here for the money, I ain't here for the fame. Though it might be nice to own a jet plane, I'ma do it all for you. Come along and see it's true, but the world is pretty.
So guys, let's start it off with the EXPR, I believe it is called. This gun, in my opinion, wasn't the best. You get a few one-shots, but it literally, even headshots were hit markers. I will show the stats on the screen right now for what the gun's meant to do compared to the others, which will be also show the stats of later on. But in my opinion, this gun just isn't good enough. So obviously I did say top 5, so this obviously won't make it onto the list because there is 6 snipers. So as you can see, it takes 2 shots per kill. Sometimes there is a 1 shot. It's a very low chance, so, and some of you might just say, oh well, it's just because you're bad at the game, it's just because you're not good at aiming. It's like, some of the shots can even look and I hit a headshot, but it did a hit marker, and it was so unfortunate that I just thought, okay, it might not be this for everybody, other people might find it easier, but with all the attachments I put for all the snipers, they're all the exact same, so you can't just go and say, oh well, this gun had different attachments to this, so obviously it's going to be better. These were all the same attachments. If you want me to do it without attachments in the future, then let me know, because I will be doing more top 5 things. But personally, this is probably not even going to make it on the list, so this is 6th. I do want to say that its damage is decent. The one thing that, it sounds really nice to fire, but the one thing I didn't like about it was the fact of it took so long to scope in, and secondly, the fire rate wasn't the best, and 2 shots to kill someone, that's not really the sniper criteria you'd be looking at. But I do recommend this if you just want a quick firing gun. But on top of that, there are higher ones in this list, which have got way better firing speed and got way better damage for the firing speed, and scoping speed are so much better on all the top ones that will be listed in a bit. As you can see, I do use the Annihilator in most of the clips, just because obviously I don't want to ruin my KDR too much. Most of it, to be honest, this video took a while to make. So please guys, go drop a like and subscribe, because it helps me out on the channel. This video took roughly 3 hours to make. Okay, it doesn't seem like a lot, but I could be doing so much more. But instead, I'm trying to make this content for you guys so you guys know what you guys should use in the future. Tomorrow's video will probably be either the best AR or the best operator skill, so keep an eye out for that. But this gun is unfortunately 6th. That's all I can really say. I'm sorry about that, whoever likes this gun, but keep watching because there are better versions of this gun. Well, better guns that's better than this sniper, so I recommend watching till the end because it will help you all out so much. In 5th, so last position on the actual list, I'm gonna have to put the M21. Obviously, this gun actually surprised me with how good it was, but it just wasn't the best out of all of them that we showcased today, including the DLQ, the Lotus, the Arctic, and the Outlaw, and the EXPR, and all of this stuff. So it just didn't fit the criteria of a sniper. It did one shot quite a lot, but a lot of the time it was more of hit markers. The zoom in rate wasn't the best, so like scoping rate, whatever you want to call it. The fire rate was decent on it, had a decent amount of ammo with extended mag. A lot of snipers only have 5 to 10 bullets. This one looked like it had at least 7 without extended mag, so it was pretty decent. The stats will be on screen right now, but unfortunately this gun will have to be put in 5th due to the fact of it's just not the best, because their Lotus, its zoom in rate might not be as good, but the damage was way better. The DLQ was just, you know, it was so all the top 4 guns were better than this, unfortunately, but it was very close between number 4 and 5 because they're pretty much alike because of the zoom in speed. But we'll get into that a bit later due to the fact of, to be honest, this gun is more of like tricksters and stuff, but obviously later on we'll show you a better sniper to do tricks and stuff with. But this one was definitely for quickscopers and players that like to quickscope and rush straight off the bat. But unfortunately, it's just not as good as the other gun that we have for show that does quickscoping and rushing. So keep that in mind. As you just saw, I used the Annihilator. Couldn't really get much done with it due to the fact of this one person was using a shotgun this whole game, and it's not really the best to show. But unfortunately, this is the gameplay we could get with it, and yeah, it just wasn't the best. You saw me take on a 3v1 here. Unfortunately, all their team then came in, swooped me up, and the gun just couldn't handle it because I kept hitting hit markers. Whereas that situation, there'd be so many better guns that would have dealt with that easier and better, and I probably would have came out of that alive, maybe within another Annihilator, but unfortunately this gun couldn't keep me in the game. So without further ado, let's take you guys to 4th. So guys, in 4th, yes, some of you will be shocked by this, but unfortunately we have the Lotus. This gun is pretty good, and to get it you did have to grind the new challenges, but overall it just wasn't good enough to keep up with the rest of the snipers that are in the top 3. Obviously, it did way more damage than some of the people in some of the snipers in top 3, but the zoom in rate, me personally, I don't like hard scoping, and the zoom in rate or scoping rate just made it feel like I was hard scoping. As you can see right there, it took forever just to zoom in, whereas with the other guns I could zoom in or even just zoom in, zoom out and kind of quick scope. So this gun unfortunately wasn't good enough to make it to the top 3, but there is some insane gameplay with this gun in the background. I do recommend using it if you guys do like hard scoping or trying to keep up with it, like tracking and stuff, but personally I wouldn't use this in an actual game due to the fact of it's just the zoom in rate wouldn't help me at all, because I've played so many years of Black Ops 2 and so many years of Black Ops 1 and Ghosts and everything. I'm used to quick scoping now and no scoping and all this stuff. This gun just didn't fill my criteria for being in top 3, and if you compared it to the others would overall be on top due to the fact of it's due to the fact of the scoping speed was way better. The fire rate was pretty much way better. This is one of the best guns for fire rate, but obviously I didn't like it. As you can see, I was trying to do a hard scope there, and I just don't enjoy it, so it was pretty annoying. This also guy was using the DLQ, and it just wasn't nice to go against a DLQ. You see me here probably going to equip the Annihilator, as you can see, and I go get a few kills with this. Miss a few shots, but unfortunately, you know, it's what it is. And I try and look for these guys because they keep moving around as you do, and I keep thinking there's going to be someone down there, but there isn't, so I keep looking around. But without further ado, let's get into number 3, the top 3 guys. Unfortunately, like I said, it's just not the best to go into top 3, but you can still use it if you enjoy the certain things it does. The stats will be on screen during this whole thing. I forgot to say that earlier on, but yeah, I'm sorry about it, guys. This will probably shock a lot of you, but it's my personal opinion. You guys could think completely different. You guys could probably think the M21 is probably first, but this is my opinion from what I've based off the stats, what I've based off the gameplay, and what I've based off my general criteria of a sniper. So obviously this wasn't the best, but let's get into number 3, guys. So let's get into it. So guys, here you can see me using the Outlaw. This is going to be number 3. Obviously the hit markers weren't the best. You do get quite a lot of hit markers with this gun. Personally, I think it deserves a buff with damage wise. And this is more of a gun for rushing and quick scoping, because if you watch this gameplay, you see how quick I can zoom in with this. But unfortunately, I do get the hit markers, which allows me to then get killed in the process. But there are a few clips here where I do get like proper 100 damage, and it does finish them off. But it does get quite annoying when you get a solid amount of hit markers with this gun, because it is so nice to fire. It feels so nice to fire due to the fact of the sounds it makes and all that stuff. It's a decent gun, has quite a lot of bullets. The fire rate's very good on it. The zoom in rate is very good on it. The only thing that doesn't pay off is probably the damage, because the damage just doesn't keep up with the fire rate. And I use this gun quite a lot, but unfortunately for now it's gonna have to be 3rd, due to the fact of that the top 2 guns are personally better than this. So I recommend using the top 2. But if you're a rusher like I am sometimes, like for Nuketown and stuff, I'd use this to the start and then switch to the next sniper, or I'd switch to ICR, or I'd switch to a shotgun instantly as soon as I've rushed them straight off the bat. But yeah, let's get into number 2, guys, because number 2 will shock quite a lot of you. So guys, in number 2, position 2, second, whatever you want to call it, for snipers category, I'm gonna have to put the Arctic. It's very good for damage, very good for fire rate, very good for zoom in rate, but the only thing that I don't like about it is the fact of you can get hit markers every so often, and personally it's not the best at close range. This is more of like a long range weapon or a rushy weapon, because it's not the best, if that makes sense. As you can see, the drop off rate of the bullet is quite a lot, even if you're close range. So you've got to know how the Arctic works to get the kills. This used to be my favorite gun until the top gun, the top sniper got a buff, which we'll talk about in a bit. The stats for the Arctic will be on screen now. Obviously it is not as good as some of the other snipers, but from the gameplay and my personal experience with the gun and my criteria of a sniper, this has to come second in my opinion. You guys could think completely different. Like I said, you guys could think the XPR is way better than this because of certain reasons, which, to be honest, I don't understand why, but it's just how it is. And personally, this is not as, I would have put it in third, but then I compared these in game from the Outlaw and the Arctic. Arctic came on top. Unfortunately, it was very close between Outlaw and Arctic, and once again it was very close between second and first. It always is, to be honest. It's a hard decision to make between them due to the fact of they're both very good snipers, but it's just not good enough. And yeah, before we get into number one, guys, I'm going to do an honorable mention of what sniper I'd like to be added to the game. There's a few snipers, but yeah, this unfortunately will have to be second, and we'll get into the honorable mentions / the guns I want, or snipers, because there's a lot of snipers that could be added to this game, and they're fitting perfectly in categories which we need. So I'll see you guys in a minute. And yeah, you can see me using the Annihilator here to get a few kills, just to make sure that we stay on top of the kill feed and stuff. And you see me get a double kill here. Unfortunately, get taken out from the side. But let's get into number one, guys. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the honorable mention. So guys, for the honorable mentions, we have two snipers that I'd like to be added to the game. I don't know if Call of Duty Mobile will watch this. Like the devs, I don't know if they'll even care, but it's the guns that I'd like to be added due to the fact of that they were very good in BO2 days. So if you're watching this Call of Duty Mobile, then please get this added, or Activision, or whoever helped create this game, please help get these guns into the game. They're insane. You guys need to watch this, because there are some insane gameplays that happened with these guns, and personally, if they don't get added, I'm going to be very shocked, because one of these guns would easily replace the XPR, because XPR, in my opinion, it shouldn't really be a sniper in Call of Duty Mobile, due to the fact of so many guns in Call of Duty Black Ops 2, Black Ops 1, Black Ops Ghost, not Black Ops Ghosts, Ghosts, World War 2, there was no snipers that hit so many hit markers. They all were at least a one-shot. And sometimes you did hit markers, but like they weren't guaranteed. Whereas with the EXPR and the M21, they're pretty like common, and these two snipers would be a perfect fit into Call of Duty Mobile. And if needs be, they could either buff the snipers I've put in, like, not on the list, in fifth, because like there's so many snipers that would easily replace this. Hence why I'm saying perhaps buff them, so then you get the new players that will get these guns, and they won't just be like, oh, there's no point grinding for this if they come into challenges, because then they're actually good and useful. But obviously you guys are probably wondering what these guns are called and why I want them added. So here we are, guys. The first gun I would like added is probably the Ballista, the yellow sniper from BO2. Both of these snipers are from BO2, just so you guys notice. Probably a lot of you would have used this. This was an iron scoped sniper from BO2. This reason was its main purpose, and the reason why so many people used it was because it was more made to be a no-scope sniper, and so many people would use it for that reason. Like, if you didn't use this in BO2, I don't know who you are, because this was a gun that I always had in a loadout with the FMJ and a lot more things, because it was so good that I wouldn't understand why people wouldn't use this. And this is the gun I usually use for no scopes, or I'd use the second gun. This was my main sniper, the second mention, but I would also use the Ballista a lot. due to the fact of I did a lot of no scopes on BO2, and I just liked the fact that there was an iron sight sniper in the game, due to the fact of I've never seen one before until BO2, so it was a nice little addition to the game that would still be really nice on Call of Duty Mobile, because they're just very interesting. Recommend adding the ballista. Right, for the second honorable mention, before you guys tell me to shut up, I have the DSR-50. This was insane, and I recommend using this if it does get added. Here are the stats which it was on BO2, and it was amazing. So I'll get into more detail now. So a lot of you are probably wondering, why do I want the DSR-50 added to the game? Well, this sniper was amazing for wallbangs, firstly, because of the amount of damage it did. It was insane, and it was my main priority gun. I wouldn't bother with ARs unless it was the commando, and that's why I personally like the ICR as well. But they were so good that I would pick it over any AR really, and I would use it in every game I could, because it did amazing damage. It was very accurate, and the design of the gun, and it was just really nice to fire in the first place. And there will be a picture on screen of what they looked like for the ballista and the ICR, due to the fact that some of you might not know what this gun was, some of you might not know what the ballista was, but this DCR was pretty much like the DLQ we have at the moment. But it was way better, and to be honest, if it was in the game, it would be on my list at first place. And this gun, I would use it every day on Call of Duty Mobile, because it would be insane to have this in the game. Don't know if Call of Duty Mobile or Activision, you guys are listening, but if you are, guys, please add these guns to the game. They were insane, and a lot of people have wanted me to add this to my video because of how good they were, but I never had a chance to, because of the fact of I didn't know how to put it. That's where I got this idea of doing a wonderful sniper only like top 5 snipers for COD Mobile, because a lot of people have asked me for this, because a lot of my friends watch me use the outlaw loads and they don't understand why. So I thought I'd make this video. Those are the honorable mentions. I'm going to let you guys watch this gameplay before we get into the first one, but whilst we do this, I'm going to do a bit of commentary on this gameplay due to the fact of a lot of people want it. So, and if you like the commentary, then let me know in the comments, because that will be hugely appreciated. What's your opinions on my commentary? What could I do better next time? That would also be very useful. This stealth chopper is actually ruining our days. Go away! They're all rushing our spawn because we're trying to get rid of this stealth chopper, and it's doing a pretty good job. Okay, right, stealth chopper's done now, so I can now focus on kills. One behind us gone. Right, let's rush the people at their base. Just now they're all gonna respawn. They've got a dragonfly, that's not good. And their dragonfly killed me. That's fun. We are going to use the JTS for a bit. Oh, no we're not, because the game doesn't want us to. Well, let's just... One guy in front of us. Unfortunately, he did... I think I shot between his legs loads. So that is one downfall that I need to get hold of. I need to make sure I don't shoot in between their legs. He's down. Anyone else? All of their team's coming now. And he gets a double kill with the Lava LK24, which is annoying because now they only need 11 kills and they've won. So we're going to send out the Shock RC, try and wallbang him, but unfortunately we did not get him. But we will get this guy pretty weak. Get the double kill right there. We're gonna grab out the Annihilator, and we're gonna look for the certain players. There is one in front. We're gonna shoot him. Shoot that one. And well, to be honest, I know this actually, we'll save that for tomorrow's video. Tomorrow's video will be a operator, top 5 operators, because a lot of people don't know which operators to use in this game. Personally, I don't either. I use the War Machine or the Annihilator, due to the fact of I personally really like the Annihilator, and it's a one-shot kill. It's pretty much a OP, like it's a one-shot pistol, if that makes sense. So like, you know how you have the revolver in one-shot game mode, it's pretty much that as an operator. Only 7 bullets though, not 1 bullet. It's decent. But without further ado, I'll let you guys go watch the first place video, and yeah, well done to the sniper, and hopefully my honorable mentions will be added. We'll see you guys there. GG. As you guys can probably tell, this is the DLQ. It was amazing to play with. It's a pretty much a one-shot kill. You do get your hit markers every so often. This gun did get buffed, from what I know. The fire rate got buffed and the damage got buffed. I used to use this gun quite a lot, but then I moved over to the Arctic, which got put in 3rd. And wait, no, I put the Arctic in 2nd, sorry. And obviously, I switched back over to this lately, and I noticed it got a buff, so I was like, you know what, I'm going to make this my main sniper from now on. I've used it quite a lot. I use it pretty much every game. It's pretty much the DCR, like I said in the honorable mentions. It's a one shot, does quite wallbang as much as the DCR would, but it's still a tremendous amount of damage for an wallbang. Either it's a one shot kill, but if it's going through a thick wall, it will be a hit marker. As you can see, I do struggle to hit this guy, but I really appreciate you guys watching this whole video. The stats will be on screen for the DLQ right now, and yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this whole video. Really appreciate it. If you do like this video, then make sure to drop a like, and if you are new, make sure to subscribe with the notification bell on so you never miss an upload. And yeah, thank you guys. This video was very fun to make, and tomorrow will be the top 5 operators with all the stats. And thank you guys, like, once again, because this video took a while to make, and I know a lot of my fans aren't Minecrafters, so not a lot of you probably won't watch this, but I'm trying to do a broad gameplay or channel for Call of Duty Mobile and for Minecraft. Those are my main 2 games I'm aiming for, because they're main 2 games I play at the same time, and main 2 games I'm quite good at. And obviously you do see me go down here, but we are winning tremendously by so much, and this is because of the DLQ, guys. A lot of us in our squad was using the DLQ. Recommend you guys use this gun. Try it out for yourselves. Go try out all these guns for yourselves if you want, but I recommend you guys using this. Thank you so much for watching this video, and the DLQ is the superior for this video. See you guys tomorrow with an operator still.